Alright guys, 10.4. Here we're going to be talking about essentially finding derivatives and integrals using your graphing calculator. So we're going to make things a little bit easier for you in this section. What I want to start with first is we're going to do example 1. So we're going to find the derivative. We're going to do this one by hand and then check it with the graphing calculator. So we're going to change this a little bit to make it a little bit easier to understand. Alright, so what we want to do is we know that f of x, so our function is going to equal x cubed, and we want to find f prime of 2. Alright, so we want to find the derivative at a point, and that point is going to be at x equals 2. So if you remember how to do this by hand, we're going to write down our definition. So f prime of x equals the limit as h approaches 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x over h. And then what we did next, since we want to find the derivative of a point, we plugged in 2 for x. So everywhere we see x, we're going to plug in 2. Alright. Okay, change color so it's a little bit easier to see. So we have the limit as h approaches 0. Alright, now what we're going to do is everywhere we see x here in our function, we're going to plug in 2 plus h. So we're going to have parentheses 2 plus h cubed minus everywhere we see x, we're going to plug in 2 now. 2 cubed all over h. So this is going to equal the limit as x approaches 0 of 2 plus h times 2 plus h times 2 plus h minus 8 all over h. Alright, and so we're going to have to multiply all this out. Alright, so the limit as h approaches 0. Okay, so we have 2 plus h times 2 plus h. Alright, so let's multiply that together first. So we're going to get 4, and then plus 2h plus 2h plus h squared. Alright, so if we go back, multiply those together, and you get h squared plus 4h. We combine those to get 2h plus 2h is the 4h plus 4. Okay, multiplied by 2 plus h. And then minus 2 cubed, which is 8, all over h. Okay, so now we have to distribute. So we're going to have 2h squared plus 8h plus 8 plus 4h plus 4h squared plus h cubed all over h. Alright, so let's combine like terms. So we have just 1h cubed. We have a positive 4h squared, a positive 2h squared. That's going to give us 6h squared. And then we have a 4h and an 8h. That's going to be 12h. And then a positive 8. Oops. So I just have to take this, and we gotta bring it down here. All right. So we have a positive 8, and we have a negative 8. So that's going to be 0. All over h. Alright, factor out an h up top. The h's cancel. So we have h squared plus 6h plus 12. We can plug in 0 now. So 0 squared plus 0h. Oops, no. Plus 6 times 0 plus 12, and that's going to give us 12. Alright, so f prime of 2 equals 12. Alright, now let's do this. It's a lot of work to find that derivative at the point. Let's use the graphing calculator now. So we're going to go to your y equals, and you're going to type in x raised to the third power I apologize. No, we do not have to enter this into our y equals. What we're going to do is we're just going to go down to math. And you're going to scroll down to number 8, where it says n deriv, and hit enter. And actually, let's get out of there. So math, number 8, hit enter. All right, n deriv. Okay, so you'll see a blinking cursor there. We want to put in d over dx. All right, so always just put an x there. Now we write the function. So it's going to be x cubed. And then at which point do we want to find the derivative at? It's going to be at x equals 2. And then hit enter. And you get 12. And notice that's the same thing we got when we did it by hand.